"You're too predictable. I need someone with more edge," she said before moving in with the bad boy, so I disappeared completely. Now he's in prison and she's begging me to come back. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I, 29 came home from work on a Tuesday to find my girlfriend Lisa, 26F, loading boxes into her Honda Accord in my driveway. 18 months together. We'd talked about marriage. I'd met her parents at Christmas. She'd been staying at my place 4 nights a week, had a drawer, kept makeup in my bathroom. The week before, she'd asked if I thought we should get a joint savings account for the boutique she wanted to open. "Hey," I said, walking up behind her. "What's going on?" She looked up from taping a box shut. "Jake, we need to talk. I can't do this anymore." "What's wrong? Did something happen at work?" "It's not work. It's us." She sat on the edge of my couch, the one we'd picked out together at IKEA 3 months earlier. God, I don't know how to say this without sounding awful. Just say it. She took a breath. "You're too predictable. Every day is exactly the same with you. Work, gym, dinner, Netflix. Even our dates are predictable. Italian food on Fridays, hiking on Saturdays morning, grocery shopping Sunday afternoon. I thought you liked our routine. You said you felt secure. I thought I did. But I met someone who makes me feel alive again. Someone with edge, you know? Someone spontaneous." The words hit like cold water. "You met someone? His name is Marcus. He rides a Harley. He's got these amazing tattoos. And when I'm with him, I never know what's going to happen next. Yesterday, he surprised me with a road trip to the coast. We just went. No planning, no checking the weather, no packing snacks. How long has this been going on?" 2 weeks. "But Jake, it's not really about him. It's about me realizing what I actually need. I need excitement. I need passion. I need someone who takes risks." I sat down in the chair across from her. "So our whole relationship meant nothing? Don't be dramatic. We had good times. But I can't marry my dad, you know? I can't spend my life with someone who plans everything 3 weeks in advance and gets excited about optimizing his 401k contributions. I get excited about other things." "Like what?" "Like that time we drove up to see the meteor shower. That was 8 months ago, Jake. And you checked 3 weather apps before we left." She stood up and walked to the window. "Look, I know this seems sudden, but I've been thinking about it for months. When Marcus walked into the store last week and started flirting with me, I realized I haven't felt butterflies in forever. I haven't felt nervous or excited or, I don't know, wanted." "You don't feel wanted with me? I feel safe with you. That's different." I watched her tape up another box. "Where are you going?" "Marcus has a place in Riverside. I'm moving in with him tonight." "Tonight?" "Lisa, you've known him for 2 weeks. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You think 2 weeks isn't enough time to know someone. Marcus thinks 2 weeks is long enough to know we're meant to be together." I went to the kitchen and started making coffee. My hands were steady, but my mind was spinning. "What about the lease? Your name is on it. I'll pay my half through the end of the month. After that, you'll have to figure it out. What about the electric bill? It's in your name. I'll call them tomorrow and switch it over." She stopped packing and stared at me. "That's it? You're worried about utility bills? What would you like me to say?" "I don't know. That you'll miss me. That you'll try to be more spontaneous. That you'll fight for me." "Would it change anything?" She was quiet for a long moment. "No. Then I'll help you load your car." We spent the next hour moving her stuff in silence. She kept looking at me like she expected me to break down or get angry or beg. When we loaded the last box, she turned to me. "Jake, I want you to know this isn't your fault. You're a good guy. You're going to make someone very happy someday. Someone who wants the same things you want. Okay. And maybe we can be friends eventually. Once everything settles down. Maybe." She hugged me. It felt like hugging a stranger. "Take care of yourself." I watched her drive away, then went inside and finished my coffee. The next few weeks were strange. I kept expecting to feel devastated, but mostly I felt tired. I'd wake up on weekends with no plans for the first time in months. No brunches to coordinate, no shopping trips, no arguments about whether we should stay in or go out. I didn't tell many people what happened. When friends asked, I said we wanted different things. When my mom called, I told her Lisa and I had broken up and we were both fine. When my coworker Dave asked why I seemed quiet, I said I was focusing on the promotion that was coming up in the fall. I found a new apartment across town. Smaller, but the rent was cheaper and it had a better view. I changed my phone number and deleted my social media accounts. I told myself it wasn't about avoiding Lisa. I just didn't want the distraction while I was studying for my CPA exam. The weird thing was, I started sleeping better. I'd been having this low-level anxiety for months that I hadn't even noticed until it was gone. No more wondering if Lisa was happy. No more trying to think of spontaneous date ideas. No more walking on eggshells around her moods. 3 months later, I ran into Sarah at a coffee shop near my office. "Jake, I've been trying to reach you. Did you change your number?" "Yeah, sorry. New place, fresh start, you know. Have you talked to Lisa lately?" "No." "What?" Sarah stirred her latte and looked uncomfortable. "She's been asking about you. I think she's having second thoughts about Marcus. That's not my problem anymore." "Jake, come on. You two were together for over a year. She made a mistake. Maybe you could." "Sarah, I'm seeing someone new. Her name is Rachel. She's a nurse at General Hospital. We're happy." "Oh." Sarah looked surprised. That's great. I didn't know you were dating again. We met at a hiking group. She likes getting up early on weekends." Sarah nodded slowly. "Well, if Lisa asks, should I tell her you've moved on?" "Tell her whatever you want." 6 months later, Dave mentioned he'd heard through his girlfriend that Marcus had been arrested. Something about dealing drugs out of the bar where he worked. Lisa's car had been repossessed because she'd co-signed for his motorcycle, and she'd been fired from the boutique for missing too much work. I didn't ask for details. Around that time, my new phone started getting calls from numbers I didn't recognize. When I finally answered one, it was Lisa. "Jake? Oh my God, you answered. I'm at work, Lisa. What do you need?" "I need to see you. I need to explain what happened with Marcus. He wasn't who I thought he was." "I figured." "You figured? That's it. I'm telling you I was wrong about everything, and you just figured?" "Lisa, I have a meeting in 5 minutes. Can you meet me tonight? Please. Just coffee. I need to tell you what really happened. How he changed after I moved in. How he had a temper. How the drugs, no." "Why not?" "Because I don't care what really happened." The line was quiet for a moment. "You don't care?" "No." "Jake, I know you're hurt. I know I messed up. But we had something real. We talked about marriage. We talked about kids. We looked at engagement rings. We looked at rings online for 5 minutes because you brought it up. We had plans. You had plans. I was just there." She started crying. "That's not true. You loved me." "I did. And now you don't." "Now I'm late for a meeting." I hung up. She called back 6 times that week. I stopped answering. The texts started after that. "I know you probably don't want to hear from me, but I miss you. I was wrong about needing excitement. I was immature. Marcus and I broke up. The arrest was the last straw, but honestly, it was over before that. I saw Rachel's Facebook through Sarah. She seems nice, but we had something special. Jake, please just call me back. I made a huge mistake. I'm staying with my sister, but it's temporary. I have nowhere else to go. I know you're a good person." I didn't respond to any of them. 2 weeks later, my mom called. "Lisa called me yesterday." "Mom, please don't." She was crying. "Honey, she's really sorry. People make mistakes when they're young. She's 26. That's not that young. Your father and I went through rough patches too. Did Dad move in with another woman and tell you that you were boring?" There was a pause. "No." "Then it's not the same thing. She says you won't even talk to her." "That's right. Don't you think you should at least hear her out? For closure." "I have closure." My sister called the next day with the same speech. Then Sarah. Then my friend Mike, who said Lisa had reached out to him on Facebook. "She seems really broken up about it," he said. "She'll figure it out." Come on, man. Everyone deserves a second chance. She had 18 months of first chances. The calls and texts from other people stopped after I told Sarah to spread the word that I wasn't interested in Lisa updates and would appreciate if people stopped trying to mediate. The texts from Lisa continued for another month, getting more desperate. "I know I don't deserve another chance, but I love you. I can't stop thinking about what we had. I haven't been sleeping. I keep remembering good times. Please just call me." 5 minutes. Then they stopped. 6 months later, I was loading groceries into my car after shopping for dinner with Rachel's parents when I heard my name. "Jake?" "Oh wow, hi." Lisa was walking toward me from across the parking lot. She looked smaller somehow. Thinner. Her hair was shorter and a different color. "Hi." I kept loading bags. You look good. Different haircut. Maybe. How are you? I heard you got promoted to senior associate. I did. That's great. You always worked so hard. She shifted her purse strap. Listen, I know I called and texted a lot last year, and you didn't want to talk, but I was hoping maybe enough time has passed that we could. Could what? Maybe get coffee? Catch up? I've been thinking about us a lot, and I realize I threw away something really good. You were right about stability being important. I was stupid and immature, and I let Marcus manipulate me into thinking, okay, so you'll meet me for coffee. No, I mean okay, you were immature. Her face fell. Jake, please. I know I hurt you. I know I don't deserve another chance. But we were good together. We talked about marriage. We talked about kids. We looked at apartments. We did. And doesn't that mean anything to you anymore? I closed the trunk. Not really. How can you say that? How can 18 months just mean nothing? They meant something at the time. And now, I got in my car and started the engine. Now I have dinner to cook. Rachel's parents are coming over. She stepped closer to the car window. Wait, are you serious about her? I put the car in reverse. Lisa, I honestly don't think about you anymore. That's not me being cruel. That's just the truth. You wanted excitement and edge. I hope you found what you were looking for. I drove away. In the rearview mirror, I could see her standing there watching me leave. That night, while Rachel helped me set the table for dinner with her parents, I realized something strange. We were talking about her dad's questions about my job, and she mentioned that her middle name was, and, same as her grandmother's. I couldn't remember Lisa's middle name. Not because I was trying to forget her, but because it genuinely wasn't there anymore. Like trying to remember the name of a restaurant you went to once 2 years ago. The information had just expired. Rachel's parents loved the salmon I made. Her dad asked about my hiking group, and her mom wanted to know about my CPA certification. Normal questions from normal people about a normal, stable life. After they left, Rachel curled up next to me on the couch. Your mom called earlier, she said. She wanted to make sure we're still coming for Easter. Of course we are. She likes me. Everyone likes you. Even your ex-girlfriend? I looked at her, confused for a second. My ex-girlfriend? The one Sarah mentioned? Lisa? Oh, I don't know. We don't talk. Rachel nodded and went back to her book. She wasn't fishing for information or trying to make me reassure her. She was just making conversation. I watched her read and thought about how easy everything was with her. How we made decisions together without drama. How she packed snacks for our hikes without me asking. How she got excited about tax refunds because it meant we could put more money toward the house we were saving for. How she never once called me predictable. Update. A few people have DM'd asking what happened to Marcus. Last I heard through the grapevine, he got 3 years for dealing. Lisa didn't wait for him. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.